Testing 1, 2. Here we go. It's on. Hello, everybody. You guys have to excuse me. I'm getting just a little emotional right now. I've never recreated my walk, and so it was just a little hard for me. It wasn't hard for me to do it. It was just hard for me to see the Thriller dancing with Navi afterwards. So you guys have to excuse me. They did a wonderful job, didn't they? I want to thank you so much, Navi, for having me. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Give you guys yourselves a round of applause.
We're just checking microphones at the minute. There seems to be a little bit of a technical issue. But we will get there. Ola, how many years has it been?
It's been 35 years.
Okay.
And it was just done here on For the Love of Horror for all of you, 2018.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Thank you so
how
much.
does it feel to be impersonating the legend that is Micheal Jackson and to be recreating that with his girl?
I'm telling you, I got to tell you that I have done a lot in the world doing the Micheal Jackson, been around the world, performed for him, did his birthday parties, went to Neverland, but to stand up on stage and to perform with Miss Ola Ray. Come on, everybody.
Thank you so much, Navi. I love what you did in the movie. Everything is, I love everything. Did you guys love seeing him play Michael in the movie? Yes, it was wonderful. Did a great job.
Thank you very much.
And it's an honor for me to be on stage with you.
Well, thank
And
you very much.
you just brought back so many memories for me working with Michael, and you got me a little emotional right now, so.
Well, I think we should be doing it at every show.
I would be crying all the time.
So, I mean, you got to tell them, what was it like? You're in the greatest video of all time?
Oh my God. I had so much fun with Michael. He loved to play jokes with me. He was always tickling my feet, trying to make me laugh. I mean, we had so much fun. He was such a loving, caring person and such a perfectionist when he came to do his dance. He was like, okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. And so, yeah, he was a great person to be with.
And I was going to ask, how long did it take to film it?
It took 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks for me to film my part, but it took more for some of the other scenes.
We were just there in Los Angeles. We were visiting some sites, you know, in the Thriller video. The theater scene, the actual the location. We went to the house, which looks the same as it did then.
Yes, it still looks a little tore up.
So we were just saying that, you know, there's so many locations that you see, but it's just so many locations that was done behind the scenes, wasn't it?
Right, like just like outside of the wall where we did a walk where the zombies were coming out. Those were 2 different locations. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah. And then when we were at Griffith Park, when you saw me running around, when Michael was chasing me, the camera was actually in the middle of the scene, and I was running in a circle. So it was so funny that they were just moving the camera around like this, and it made it seem like I was just running on and on forever and ever.
I heard a rumor, you can tell me if this is true, right, that for music videos, they tend to have 2 weeks. I don't know if anybody else knows this. It's about 2 weeks for the dancers to be able to learn dances and to be able to perform it. I heard a rumor Michael was so meticulous and perfectionist that the zombies, it was 6 weeks of intense rehearsal. So if you watch, they all jump exactly the same height. What was that like?
Well, I don't know how long it took them, but I'm sure it did take them 6 weeks. The first night I went on the set was the day that they were shooting the actual Thriller dance. So this is the night Michael was like saying, over, let's do it again, let's do it again, let's do it again. And each time they did it, they were on point. So I don't know how many weeks it took them to do it, but they did a great job. Yeah.
Look at you. You're hot.
It's very warm in here tonight.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to look at you. So I'm looking at you, and it just makes me think about Michael.
I'll take it as a compliment. So,
yes, that's a good compliment.
We saw a lot of outtakes and stuff on it. And was he fun, like to
Yeah.
work with?
He was so much fun. He would get really into character once he put that werewolf outfit on. Yeah, he was really teasing me a lot at that point. But yeah, he was always jumping out behind doors trying to scare me, or just joking around with me. So yeah.
I mean, but did you think that that video would not just be the most well-known, iconic video of all time, but also something that people would recognize you around the world with just that one video?
I never thought that Thriller would be as big as it was. I mean, I was just trying to do the best for Micheal. I was trying to just do a really, really good job. And it was really funny. There was one time when the fans were there, and they had pushed him back like about, I don't know how many yards. And Micheal would run out, and the fans would see him, and they would scream, and they would be so happy. And then Micheal would push me out. And he's like, okay, it's your turn. And I would go out there, and they were like all quiet. Nobody would say anything. And then Micheal would laugh at me, and he said, it's okay. He said, they're going to know who you are sure enough one day. So that's how he was.
Do you know what? I just think that was awesome. And for me, for you, you've met the big guy himself.
No,
You've
but
worked with him.
I'm telling you, this was the moment. I was just in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, and we were talking about this and being part of this. So it was an honor to be part of this. I mean, you could never replace Micheal Jackson, but I get to share a little bit of a taste of what is the most iconic video of all time.
Thank
short,
you.
Short film, as he would say.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Are they? Are they gonna ask anything?
Yeah, does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask Ola or Navi? Don't be scared to put your hand up. Do we have a microphone? Somebody's coming. I can try and run if you want in my I
We're gonna
Should Be
get
in
a
a Horror
microphone.
Film.
Two.
Microphone's coming.
I want to talk about that. Hopefully I'll have my clothes.
Come on, Carlos.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, really enjoyed watching you. Secondly, I have to ask you this, but did you ever get a good snog off Micheal Jackson?
I'm sorry, what is
She asked if you ever had a good kiss from Micheal Jackson.
Oh, you're asking about the second kiss.
Yeah, did you get like
Okay,
a
I'll
proper
tell you.
snog?
I'll tell you what happened with the first one first, okay?
Okay.
So before we did that scene, I asked Micheal, I said, well, we have to kiss, right? And he's like, yeah. And I said, okay, well, where do you want me to kiss you? And he said, well, where do you want to kiss me? So I said to him, I don't know yet. And so when they said action, I just reached up and kissed him on his cheek. But yes, there is definitely a second kiss, but you guys, it was behind closed doors, and you guys won't know the story unless you get the book. It's called The Thrill of It All. It should be coming out at the early part of the year.
Thank you very much.
Any more questions from anyone? There's a chap at the front here. Is it on?
Hello. I'm just curious, what do you think would have happened afterwards? Because I know the video ended with you thinking, was it real or was it a dream? What do you think would have happened afterwards?
What do you think would have happened after the video?
What?
That it ended, we went-
Oh, okay. You know what? That's a really, really good question. And I'm trying to figure that out myself because I'm thinking of doing a sequel. And I have to figure out what happens because I don't turn into a zombie. That was Micheal that turned into a zombie. So hopefully I can do something one day and be a part of a movie where I'm the zombie killer. So we'll see.
I want to ask a question. I mean, like a lot of videos, a lot of movies, they have extra scenes that never make it into the cut. Was there any other scenes that were filmed that wasn't made into the video?
I think they shot everything that we used. When Micheal and I were in sound, we were looking at the scene, and he was telling John, because I was screaming so loud and so much, And he's like, John, are we gonna keep her scream in the whole time? And Michael was saying, yes. John was saying, yes, we're gonna keep it in. He's like, oh, okay. So yeah.
Can you recreate that scream now for us? What do you reckon, everyone? Ellie won the scream off before. Ellie, are you still here? Where is she?
Oh my
There's
God.
a little girl before, but come on.
I don't know if I can. Okay, yeah, she put me on the spot. Okay, let me see. Thank you guys so much.
Any more questions?
I think someone down there. Yeah.
Hi, Navi. I've seen you in concert before in Blackburn. You were amazing. I've got a question for you. What was it about Micheal Jackson that inspired you to be him?
Are you speaking, is the question for me or Navi? It's for Navi.
Oh, what inspired me? Basically, he's the biggest name in all music, movie, anything. He's the biggest name. You can go anywhere in the world, and you don't have to say a word or do a thing. They see your image, and they know you're Micheal Jackson. It's the most famous face in the world. So to portray him is an honor.
A big honor.
Yes, to have worked with him is one too.
Was there a question over here? Did we see somebody's hand a minute ago?
Back there and
Where's
back
the
there.
microphone? Oh,
Hi,
Hello.
my question's for Navi as well. We've seen you a few times in concert. My son's your biggest fan. How long does it take to get the whole look, the makeup and everything?
You could never recreate Micheal Jackson, but I try. It takes about an hour and a quarter. About an hour and a quarter. Yeah. And it takes about an hour and a quarter to get it off as well.
Well, it's spot on.
Thank you.
you are very, very good. Was there another question over here? I saw somebody else's hand. There's just a few rows further back.
Come on, Carl, hold the camera.
I'd just like to ask you to do the moonwalk.
Oh.
Not me. Go ahead, Navi.
Me?
Yeah, Navi, please.
I cannot, I'm going to be honest with you, I've got an ankle injury, so I definitely cannot do that one move. I've got an ankle injury.
Can you do it?
But I promise you I will do it at some point.
No.
I would have
I
a go,
still
but I
can't
need
do the
heels.
Thriller dance. The only thing I can do in the Thriller dance is this.
I think that's the bit that we all do. There's a question just
The
over
back there
here.
as
Where's the
well, right in
microphone
the
gone?
back.
Just over there.
Carl, don't shake the camera, Carl.
Okay. This will have to be the last question. There's, how long have we got?
Is it on, yeah? Thanks a lot for that dance. It was so good to see it. We're big Micheal Jackson fans. And I said that pouring my drink over me. Question to both of you, really. If you could see Michael now, what would you ask him? And also, before you answer that question, my brother's actually a really good Micheal Jackson dancer. And Navi, would he be able to go on stage and dance to Beat It with you?
Okay, we will do Beat It one day. I'll take his number and he'll come on stage and do Beat It. If we saw Micheal Jackson now, what would I ask? What would I ask him? That's a tough question. That's a really tough question because there's so many things that I would ask him. I'd probably ask him about what happened in This Is It and in the situations that he was put into. Because I think a lot of fans deserve an answer that he couldn't be around to answer. But if he was here, he could tell us what really went down.
Ola?
Me? Okay, if I saw Michael today, what would I ask him? I would ask him if he really loved me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry to be the one cutting this short because I know that there's probably loads more questions, but there is a photo shoot now happening with Ola Navi and I believe the zombies as well. Can we please get a huge scream for Navi, for Ola, and for the zombies, and for Micheal himself?
Everybody, give it up for Ola Ray. Come on.